Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Batora Lost Haven, which just real quick note, like this little title screen here, this looks so freaking cool. But anyway, what this game is a isometric action RPG, which should immediately make you think of like Diablo, but it's also listed as story rich. So I'm guessing instead of just like Diablo is story rich, but I feel like part of Diablo is also the grind that exists in it. And I'm getting the general impression from this that Batora is actually meant to be more of like a more linear experience. Of they're taking the Diablo style gameplay and you're just playing a story in it. Maybe more like Lost Ark, if Lost Ark wasn't an MMO, like, because there's a lot of extra things to do in Lost Ark, but if you just take the core story experience of Lost Ark, then yes, that's a good way of comparing it, Athena. But we'll find out more. We actually have a lot of trailers that we can look at for Batora. It was initially announced back in January of 2021, and we have everything all the way up to its release date trailer in September of 2022. It looks like we got about 7 trailers, 8 trailers that we can check out for Batora as it continued its journey of development. And it comes out very, very soon. It releases on October 20th. So you'll be able to buy this game very shortly if it ends up being something that you're interested in. But let's go ahead and just jump into it and take a nice close look at Batora Lost Haven.
At the dawn of time, life was created through the loving embrace of mind and body. And when humanity failed to respect their perfect balance, most of the earth was obliterated.
Yeah, that's obliterated. Jesus.
And now, in order to restore what I held dear,
the audio for this sounds wrong. Weird.
I travel inside the majestic horizon of the universe, struggling against endless horrors. But even if I'm destined to roam through the depths of despair, I shall never be alone. Because the blazing purity of the sun and the ever-flowing wisdom of the moon fight by my side.
Yeah, that voiceover sounded like they recorded it on like a phone. Like they were just like in their voice app and we were like, I will never be alone.
Eager to reclaim our lost haven.
Honestly, kind of lost interest in this due to the times I've seen the trailers. This is actually my first time even knowing that this game exists, so I thankfully don't have that problem, but I absolutely understand where that can be. Like, I definitely had that problem with Deathloop. Deathloop was over-marketed. There was trailers at every event all the time, and I didn't even feel like the trailers were good, so Deathloop just, for me. Oh, what is this one? This is the gameplay trailer. This will give us a better look. This is from June of last year. You've reacted to this game before, though? This? No. Batora? Absolutely not. Oh, that's nice looking. So I'm just gonna take a quick look at the UI, right? So in pretty normal Diablo style, you got like a health bar and a mana bar. I don't know if that's what these are. And you got abilities on the 2 sides. I'm guessing these might not be health bars at all and instead be resource bars. But oh man, gotta have a karma system. Sorry, my nose is tingly right now. Well, this gameplay already looks a lot better than the announcement trailer. One, this trailer seems to have some more resolution to it, and two, the animations and stuff are a lot smoother. Hack and slash and twin stick shooter mechanics, huh? Okay. I've seen the trailer for the indie game called The Outbound Ghost. I have not. You could have sworn we had Eve. I mean, it was in our log for a while. It's been pulled off now, of course. But it's also potential that, like, it might have been at, like, a, you know, like at an E3 or like a Nintendo Direct or something. But the problem with those is that when the game is a part of those like showcases, they can end up going by and you don't even realize that it went by. So like this next trailer is from June of 2021 at the Future Games Show at E3 2021. We might have seen it there and my brain just went because of the number of things that you see at those events. This like, and if it was like, for instance, like if it was this one, this trailer's 30 seconds. When you see 30 trailers that are each 30 seconds to a minute long in a span of, you know, 15 minutes to 20 minutes at a showcase, it's so easy to forget all of them. Play the closed alpha on PC, July 21st, 2021. And so this is the partnership announcement. So this is them partnering with Team 17. Team 17 has actually started to do a lot of publishing, which isn't bad, especially because I feel like they're kind of what's the other company that I'm thinking of? Like Focus Interactive is definitely part of it, like where they're publishing like not hyper indie games, but not super high end games either. They're trying to be selective with the projects that they're publishing. So this is the official story trailer. Okay, this is one that I definitely want a little bit more focus on.
So, my dear Avril, where do I start?
Because the gameplay looks solid,
After
but
a mysterious catastrophe, half of the Earth was destroyed. Now you are on Grisha. Your goal is to absorb its core and defeat an ancient guardian.
So that's the fate of a chosen one? Suddenly, I learned to travel across galaxies and face hordes of monsters. But I'm still not able to make the right choice.
Whichever path you choose, I'll be waiting for you at the end of it, ready to absorb your power from your dead body. An eye for an eye.
How could I claim to save Earth if I can't even save the one beside me? We shall stand, united as one. I'll
jellyfish
conquer all my
person
fears
thing.
and protect the Earth forever. Finally, I'll have my revenge.
Well, I don't feel like that told us a whole lot. There's some more in here. Hang on. bird dragon boss. But we still have more. So there's probably not a whole lot in this one. This is the announcement trailer of the game that is when the game was going to be being brought to Nintendo Switch. Is she the only one, the glowing thing in her forehead? Given that story trailer just now said, so this is the fate of a chosen one, she might not be the only one with the glowing thing in her head, because maybe I'm reading too much into it, but using the word the fate of a chosen one and not the fate of the chosen one implies that there could be more than one chosen one. And if the chosen ones are the ones that end up with that stone in their head that gives them the powers that main character has, like, it might be that the bad guy that she's trying to take revenge on, that demon looking dude that's standing on the moon, is a chosen one as well. And so he might have one of those rocks in his head, but he made evil decisions, right? So we don't know, obviously, at this point in time, but from who we saw in these trailers so far, she's the only one that has it.
Rated T for teen.
The game looks, unsurprisingly, significantly worse on Nintendo Switch. At least it's running smoothly. Those road and ground textures. Hey, don't be messing with their 480p textures to get the game running at a smooth 60 FPS. Poor Nintendo Switch. You poor soul. Okay, so we're gonna move into June of 2022. We have 2 left. This is a dev talk, but it's only 3 minutes, and it looks like it's primarily focused on, instead of people just talking into webcams, it has gameplay on it. And I'm wondering if they'll talk about the gameplay itself.
Peggy
So
12.
we'll see what they have to say.
Hello everyone, I'm Giacomo Masi, narrative
Hi.
director at Soulmate Games, and I'm here to present to you our latest work, Batora Lost Haven, which will launch this fall. Batora is a narrative action RPG where Avril, our protagonist, will have to face a cosmic journey and use her powers to save who and what she loves, making many significant choices that will change the destiny of the whole universe. Avril's journey will take her to 4 different worlds, each representing one of the natural elements. The one we are seeing right now is Wild, the planet of air, which is composed of 5 completely different areas that will feature a scorching desert, this eerie mountain, a mystical river infested by evil spirits, and so much more. We've
Who's
had a
our
lot of
friend
fun creating
that they keep
intriguing
showing?
characters with their own cultures and customs, alongside with colorful and vibrant environments that you'll get to explore in details thanks to an in-game zone. All the planets that Avril will visit during the game are actually inspired by real places and human cultures. For example, Wuhav is strongly based on Chinese mythologies and settings, and this cute little lizard that we see here is called Yoke. He's from the Xayah tribe, and he's also a companion that will help us in combat while we uncover the secrets of this mysterious world. Speaking of fighting, Batora features 2 different combat styles that revolves around the main concept of the game. In her physical form, Avril will be able to use a sword to fight in melee, while in her mental form she'll be able to throw projectiles at
Fucking
enemies.
mental, man.
Switching between them constantly during fight allows the player to adapt to every situation and change his strategy in a split second. This is important because every enemy inside Batora is divided into 3 different variations: physical, mental, and hybrid, so changing out combat style constantly is essential to emerge victorious.
Okay.
The nature switch mechanic is also used to solve many puzzles. For example, this one is a memory game that requires the player to listen to a sequence of notes and reproduce them with the help of Avril's physical and mental powers.
The narrative side of Batora is also based on duality, and players will be able to shape their own path thanks to the karma system. During an adventure, Avril will have to make many difficult decisions, and each of them will have heavy consequences that may lead to different outcomes and endings. So,
Okay.
are you ready to meet fascinating creatures, explore mysterious planets, and discover where your decisions will take you? Batora Lost Haven is coming on PC and consoles this fall. Don't miss any of the news and surprises related to Batora. Wishlist it right now on Steam.
Okay. Avatar mode. I mean, it's definitely it's just the difference between hack and slash and twin stick shooter, and that's not bad. And the fact that the enemies are built on which one is more efficient against them means that they want you to continue switching between the two gameplay modes, which again is not bad in the slightest. I do want to know the depth of the choices matter mechanic, because the thing that people always hold the most on that with choices matter is the early BioWare games such as Dragon Age and Mass Effect, right? And the long lasting effects of what decisions can be. And he said there are multiple endings, but those multiple endings can end up meaning very different things in terms of the scale of the differences of those endings. And I'm curious what that means. All right, so this is the last trailer we have. This is from September of 2022. This is the release date trailer. So this is the most up-to-date view of the game.
Did we really come here just for two ancient gods that told you to come here while you were sleeping?
Yep.
Why the hell do you have to be so reckless? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Gross.
Save Earth. Restore balance.
This planet must be a huge mess if they need your help.
This trailer has a significantly amount of quality in it, in terms of like being able to clearly see the gameplay.
Let's do it, Ave.
Hey, Dimden, welcome in. Looks like Korean characters in the back of the jacket. Maybe I didn't look that closely. It's looking larger.
What the?
This is the best trailer of all of them so far, which is good. I mean, this is the most recent trailer, right? Like tone, energy, presentation.
Time to retake
Our lost haven.
Coming October 20th. Yep, so very, very soon. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm glad to see that the last trailer that is shown off for the game ended up being the one that looked the best. That's just, you know, a good thing to have, right? That when you got the closest to the release, that's the trailer that was just like, yeah, that looks great. So yeah, that comes out in just like right around a week. That looks super solid. I like that. That looks nice. I don't feel like the story in terms of the overall scale of like the actual main hook doesn't hook me, admittedly. Like it's interesting that Earth is half destroyed, and I don't believe on a physics scale that that's possible, but that's not important. The possibility of choices mattering and the multiple endings does pique my interest, though. That looks really good, though. I like a lot. The art direction's solid. I enjoyed a lot of what I was seeing. This game ended up now being a game to watch rather than play. That's fair. Thankfully, we live in a culture where that is more possible, right? Because it definitely wasn't as much an option even 10 years ago. So yeah, That looks nice though. I like it. I'll probably throw it on my wish list. It's definitely not going to be a day one for me. Does this Steam page have a price on it? I realize it's not actually out yet. It does not currently have a price, but it looks like a game that I would love to just like, especially depending on its length, just use as some like enjoyable filler. And that's not to say that the game doesn't. It's not to say the game looks like it wouldn't be better than filler. That's just where it sits for me. Definitely looks like it has some quality to it, but I have such a limited amount of time and a very packed schedule that I have to be very selective and choosy. But if I could pick the game up for cheap, it unfortunately probably just end up sitting in my Steam library and never being touched, but I would like to think that one day I would play it. I like the presentation overall though. So that's Batora Lost Haven. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them in the comments down below. If you've been keeping up with this game, if it's something that I think that we saw the option of that it was like at a Steam Next Fest back in like February. So maybe you've already tried this game. Let me know where it's sitting for you. Put them down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.